Hello, Jesse Good here with an early Spring 2021 LEGO Ninjago review. This is the Keeper's Village, which has 632 pieces and 5 minifigures. This retails for $60 in the United States, where I think it's releasing March 1st. Now, this was sent to me early by LEGO League 329 on YouTube. One of my inspirations back in the day. Go check him out. But he found it at his Target. My Target didn't have it. He lives in North Carolina, so that kind of makes sense. Let's take a look at the minifigures.
We'll start with Chief Mamatus because, my gosh, I love the Chief minifigure in this sub-theme. And this design also comes in the Catamaran Battle, which I hope I said that boat name right. You can see some great back torso printing, but just the torso printing in general. I love the skin color of that purple, but it contrasts really well with the bright bluish green and those gold designs. Other than that, this new headdress piece is really cool, where this is actually dual molded. There's hard plastics here, which I thought these would be rubber for some reason. And we also have separate pieces, which are just these little horn pieces or teeth pieces, whichever way you look at them for the use. And this design does have a little pole connection in that middle part. And we do have an alternate facial expression for the Chief, which you can look at the back. And that design seems pretty cool as well, but it is rather similar to the front facial printing. Oh, and I forgot to highlight, I love the color that they use for the softer cape, where I haven't seen the cape in this color before. And the Chief staff actually has a cool end top with this zap right here. I believe that came in the troll sets in that translucent purple. For Cole, this design uses a new hair hat combo. It's the one from the Ninjago movie, but with a new color for that bandana. Also, I like the little sword holder, which isn't something new, but it has a nice design with the outfit, where the outfit doesn't have too much color on it that I would expect, like the oranges or just a solid black. Rather, there's a lot more lighter colors and even a little silver chest there. That's kind of interesting. With the wrap removed, it is just that minifigure face that we've seen a billion times before in Cole. Kind of wish they would have done new designs this year. I say that every year because it's long overdue. And I like the build for his weapon where they use a machete piece and a pearl gold. It's actually a pretty interesting design. So for the Thunder Keeper, this design with the mask also comes in all the other sets except the cheapest set. The mask design is really the standout, and I love that piece. Where before, I remember we got a mask like this for Series 11, but attached at the neck. This one just attaches at the head, and in my opinion, that works a lot better. The face printing underneath looks pretty sinister, and there's some nice torso and leg printing, but I'm sure they also use that for the other tribal warrior, island warrior. The Kai minifigure might be my favorite design for Kai in quite a bit. It just looks really cool with a new torso and leg printing, that new hair hat combo that was introduced in the epic battle sets. This also comes in, what is it called? The Catamaran Battle set, which is the biggest one. And you can see how that sword holder covers up the back. Not too much to see back there. And for the front, unfortunately, same face for Kai too. Come on, I'm so sick of these LEGO Ninjago movie faces. Oh, and we do get the machetes in a pearl gold once again for the alternate face. You can see how he looks angry right there. Again, a super common face. For the J minifigure, what I'm noticing is that 4 out of the 5 minifigures of this set also come in the Catamaran set, because you got J, you have Kai, and you have the 2 enemies of the set also coming in that set. Anyways, the design for J has a really nice torso printing. Like, I like the detailing there. They just have some nice different torso printings for the 3 ninja included in that set, because usually you'll just get the same outfit across them all. But look at the variety there, and I really appreciate that. Beyond that, though, we have some back torso printing, which is obscured by that sword holder. Here's a better look there. And then finally, the face printing is the same one from the Ninjago movie. We have the excited face there, and this face at the back. If I had to highlight his weapon, well, there's also another gold machete at the end there. I really like the use of machetes for the weapons because it gives it a more island feel. That's just some clever part usage. And then each of the sets of this season has this pretty cool new piece. I like how it's a translucent design at the base there, translucent purple, which is especially cool. But then this pearl gold outline with a nice dragon design in the middle. 3 bar connections allows it to be held by minifigures.
So for the build of the set, we have a play set, which you guys know is right up my alley. And this design actually has some different ways you can open it and display it, because it's actually connected in 2 or really 3 separate parts. We have the middle section, but then there's this part to the left, and that's just connected via some 1x2 hinge connections. And then to the right, this is actually connected just by a single clip connection, so it's very easy to disconnect this section. And we'll take a look at this section first. And this first section has some nice booby traps to it. Yeah, it's kind of fun to see some traps hidden in this design. What we have to the back here is a little stud shooter. Specifically, actually one of the 1x1 tile shooters is the right name, not technically studs. You just push that and you can shoot these 1x1 translucent purple tiles. Another little trap is this small plank here. I mean, it blends in with the sand, but they make it kind of clear that there's a trap there on the 2x2 sticker. But anyways, that's really so that you know where to line up the minifigure. So put them at the edge here and just press at the back. You can make them fly. But my favorite trap comes with this tree design here, where we have this small chain with a tree leaf at the end. This design is really neat because you just push down on this tree and it starts to blend in as maybe like a little fallen tree. Having a minifigure unknowingly step on it, and then pushing at the back here, now you have a minifigure trapped in a tree. That works so well. For some cool parts on this side of the build, we have a nice red crab, this skull head towards the back, this sign that's hidden beneath this brush right here, which I love the sticker design there. I just wish that was a print. You can move that side to side. But not too much else to show with the build here. Oh, actually, one part I really like is this thin piece used for a tree trunk. That two-piece I've never seen used for a tree trunk before, but it really works as just this short tree. I don't know why. For the main design of the island, this has some nice secret parts as well, but the standout for me is this big totem in the middle, as well as this big creature mouth design as part of the rock formation. And you know what? We'll start with that. I don't like how the Technica pins look exposed there, but this looks fantastic from the side and from the front. This design using some nice translucent orange pieces, and it also has a little play feature where the inside is a jail cell. Now you could kind of open it from the front there if you'd like. You could kind of move this around, but it's not really meant to be. Rather, opening up from the inside this way with those 1x2 bricks, this design actually has an easy way to open it up. Well, you can see these jail cell bars right here, and those are just clipped on. You can move them around. But more specifically, just pushing this side part does the job, and it's really cool how that front opens. Like, hello, I'm trying to talk. Inside the cell, there's a bone as well as a bucket. Once we put those cell bars back and then close the island, there we go. On this side, we have a small bowl for cooking, or I guess more of like a bucket, this design, having a fish as well as a carrot and some 1x2s. They specifically tell you to remove the stem from the carrot inside here, so that's pretty interesting. And it just rests inside here. It doesn't even have a part that it connects to, just going over the flame. And unfortunately, not much more interior detail, where there's just an ore to the right here, and that's it. For the exterior detail, I like how they have the stone steps where it's curving out like that. It's just a pretty interesting design that I would expect to be moving, but it's all fixed in place pretty well. Then going to the top, we have this nice throne here. The throne does use a 2x2 tile print in the middle. Also notice the staff up here if you want to see it as a staff. There's also one that's holding that shield at the bottom. And then for that totem, the design does use 3 separate stickers. Really like how this is built, where you can move it side to side and you don't have to worry about it falling down. And I like how easy it is to remove each of these sections individually, where they have a very loose Technic pin connection. The top one holding that dual molded MacGuffin of the season. And I appreciate LEGO's effort to make the 3 of these a little more distinct from one another by giving them slightly different colors at the base and slightly different overall designs. Of course, the stickers helping out on that a lot. At the back of the main one, we do have those parts with the lightning bolts once again, which we can move up so that behind that emblem, it looks like lightning is striking it. It's actually nice attention to detail. And I kind of wish there was another bar connection to the side because it would make rearranging these a little bit easier. But since this section is not connected, you could rearrange it like something like this, where it just looks a lot more like this hidden design. But that's it for the build of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and the final verdict. Love the borders of this new island line. Like, look at that design in the corner for Lloyd. This design is so elegant to the left. Oh man. Then at the back, we have some different shots of the set, even showing some of the play features. The instructions do have an advertisement with the new sets. You can see the 4 right here. Weird arrangement on them. There's just like one in the corner and these 2 here, but whatever. And then at the end, no other advertisements. I thought they would be advertising the January wave as well. So overall, I actually like the set more than I thought I would, with the overall design not only providing a good play set, but a good display set. There's some nice part usage that really like the thin tube part for the trunk here. I like the lava flowing at the side, and I really like how they did that play feature of the booby trap. That's probably my favorite part of the set. And then there's great builds, like just the overall island design of this, which looks very natural. This dragon mouth over here and the totem pole. Beyond that, I think the minifigure selection is a good selection of detailed figures. They do have a lot of overlap with the other most expensive set, but that's kind of good because if you don't buy all the most expensive sets, you could just get this set and get your satisfaction there. I like how they're being more lenient and even putting the more desirable figures in cheap sets. Of all things considered, I rate the set a B+. The overall design took me by surprise at how well this looks, and it's a really good build. If anything, I would say just tweak the price a bit. I think at $60 it might be a little bit too much if you're a part per piece ratio. I know you'll probably disagree with me there, but it just doesn't feel like it's worth $60 compared to some other $60 sets. And also, the overall build has some shortcomings here and there, like I didn't like how one side had the Technic pin showing, but it's not a big deal. That's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. And check out LEGO Lee. Peace out. Bye.